We've made a little road trip to Mabry Mill up in Virginia, close to a place called Meadows of Dan. Here's what it says about it.
Air brake.
Right off the parkway, you can just stop here and park at a little restaurant area back that way. So folks, if you come to Mabry Mill, this is what it looks like. It's an old grist mill beside the Blue Ridge Parkway. Looks like we got some ducks over there today, or geese or something. Little pond down below it, of course. So I'm actually pointing north right now up the parkway. You can drive Highway 58 from I-77 through, what was the place called? Hillsville, through Hillsville and Floyd, Virginia, headed that direction, Highway 58. You come to this pretty little spot on the parkway. The thing I've always found kind of interesting about this, I'm doing my commentary again, is that this guy actually had to build this sluice thing to bring the creek water. He actually had to build it to bring it uphill to his grist mill. Old wooden shingles on top of the mill building. Pretty little wooded trails and stuff that you can walk around the mill here. Kind of how it looks. Beautiful old hardwood trees and pines. See, here's a little canal the guy dug, which goes underneath a little bridge here. He had to redirect the creek water and then built this wooden structure here to bring the water over to his mill. Actually took a lot of design and thought, I guess, really, didn't it? Because the mill's over there. All the pennies and stuff people throw in there. I am with Diane Garland here, and Diane works here, I guess, at Mabry Mill, or Mabry Mill?
Mabry Mill.
And you're with the Park Service?
Right.
Diane, what do you do here, and what can you tell us about Mabry Mill?
Actually, I work over at the cabin over here, doing some spinning and weaving and broom making. I'm over here just minding the yard while they've gone off for a minute.
I see, so they have craftsmen here that do little demonstrations and stuff here.
Right.
Huh?
They've been making, today they were making this is a small shaving horse. They're making another one here. But it's for, if you were making a chair, you might do the legs on here.
I see.
You would sit down, this would hold it. You could adjust it to where you wanted it.
Then you could draw that leg. You have to carve it out eventually.
Yep.
Wow.
And I probably don't want to do that.
I understand. So the craftsman have gone on a break.
He has.
So what all is here at Mabry Mill that people can see?
We've got the blacksmith shop here. The blacksmith just went off to get some more coal. We've got the yard here. There's a mill down there. It's a grist mill. There's also a sawmill and a woodworking shop. And then over here is a house that was moved in, but you can go in there and see a loom. There's a spinning wheel and just demonstrations of the other old-time things that I'm actually over there doing today.
All right. Well, thank you for taking a minute to tell us a little bit about the area here. So here they tell you how to make homemade soap, and of course my grandmother, my Granny Nora, used to make soap, so I know about this, about your fat and your lye. And I don't remember her, maybe she did do it in an old iron pot like this. I have to ask my dad about that. I'll be at the reunion tomorrow, and I'll ask him. I do remember we made a lot of soap and stuff, or she did, out of line. I've washed with it before. Actually, she washed clothes and stuff in it and made shavings of it. So we'll go down to the mill here just in a minute. Lots of old things to look at. Plow there that you would have pulled behind a horse back in the day, or a mule. It's pretty cool. He's having a good time. Love beagles. They're just the happiest dog. Pretty dark in there, but there is a blacksmith shop down in here. And she says they do work some iron and stuff in there. An old house, we'll check that out in a minute. This tells about what Mr. Mabry had to do to get the water over to his mill. So you can pause this and read those if you would like to. Here's where it says a versatile mill. Shows how the mill is constructed, and I'll go inside there just in a moment. I saw there's a bunch of old mill stones over there. Let's go and take a look. How you fellas doing?
We're doing all right.
Are you the mill keepers, or you just hanging out?
Well, we have to look after the place.
Oh, I see. So you have a sawmill here, it looks like.
Yeah.
And the water will make that thing go fast enough to cut a log?
Yeah. If you get it geared up right.
Yeah. So you got a system of gears there, I see. Like a kind of wooden. Oh, you got.
I'm talking about the gears back that outside.
On the outside back there.
See, this was 2 foot and the one back there was 5 foot.
Oh, I see. So as it goes down, it makes it go faster.
And outside was a 10-to-1 gear also. So it
10 to 1?
It geared up. But
What's your name?
I'm Joe.
Joe, you're?
Charles.
Joe and Charles. I'm from North Carolina, from the high mountains up there. So y'all live here in this area? Yeah.
I live right top here.
Yeah. What's it like living up here?
Great.
Is it?
I love it, yeah. It's rough in the winter. He goes to Florida in the winter.
I've lived here a lot more years than he has. He's only lived here, what, 15 years or less?
20.
Really?
20 years.
Where do you go shopping and stuff up here? And I've not been around this area much. We just drove out from Hillsville.
We
So
usually go, according to where you're going, you can go to Walmart, Stewart, one to Galax, one to Mount Airy, and one to Christopher.
See.
About 40 miles, 35, 40 miles. To
Well,
go
the closest is 17 miles.
Stewart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes you 20 minutes to get there. I mean, you gotta go down the mountain. So it's
What do most people do to make a living up in these areas?
farm.
Farming, really? Still farming?
Yeah, that's about the only thing they got up here now.
What kind of crops and stuff? Corn or what?
Dairy.
Dairy? Mostly dairy?
Dairy and farm and beef.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, thank you. I didn't mean to take up much of your time. Appreciate you letting me talk to you.
Yes, sir. Come back in.
Yes, sir. Do not put hands in this or cornmeal. Buckwheat. The buckwheat hopper here. It's like Nikki shooting some pictures. So let's go upstairs. No, I can't go upstairs. Employees only. It's got an upstairs section. And that's where the gears for the mill is over there, I guess. Crazy. Pretty cool. How do you come about just devising something like this? I've never thought of drying lumber this way. So here's a lumber drying rack. And you see what they've done. Looks like they've got, I don't know, maybe 1x10s or 1x8s or something here. They just put this thing here and dry it in an upright position like that. Usually I've seen it dried flat with little strips in between it. There's the mill and the millstones again. So we're going to go over and take a look at the old house, which is back over on this side. Here's a log cart. They put a big log, I guess, on that, and that wheel is honestly about 6 feet high. 5.5 or 6 feet it looks like. And Nakanya is checking out this awesome cool tree here.
Look at this.
Look at the
It's the same as what we've got
bark
at
on
home.
that.
It's growing next to the house.
This
It's massive. It's the same.
A
It's a
big,
cypress
big
or
old
something.
tree. Yeah.
It's massive.
It's just strange how it's formed, isn't it?
Yeah, because look, this is the same.
The limb structure. Yeah.
It's the same thing, but it's just really big and old. I guess ours would do that if it got really big.
Had the years behind it. Crazy. That's just odd the way those limbs are all spread out.
I would never have thought they did that.
Me either. So that's here beside the old house. It says Appalachian houses.
Oh, I don't have to go. Get you some.
Video for the blog. So here's what we're saying. Let's take a look inside. Story somewhere I thought you said about what this sign or something.
The sewing machine looks familiar. Yeah? What's your head now?
It does have an upstairs in it. It looks pretty dark in here. Fireplace. That must be the stairs that go up right there. Looks like it turns back and goes up. Another of these large evergreen trees. I'm not sure what variety that is. It doesn't look like a hemlock or anything. Back on the upper side of the building, there's some old brooms and things that I guess one of the craftspeople have made here. Old spinning wheel where they've been spinning some wool yarn. Sorry that everything's a little shaky today. I'm doing this all handheld. It's cool to see how they notch these old cabins and put them together like that to hold the corners in. And of course that notching up there is for the second floor. Little window upstairs. You can see where they've actually used, I guess, axes and things to hew these logs. Interesting. Cool construction. And lots of folks up here visiting today. A nice little stop on the Blue Ridge Parkway in southwest Virginia. And we've got the beagles and the puppies meeting up here.
What's that thing they're making?
Yeah, they're making legs for furniture actually. I think I'd ask that Park Service guy there.
What is this right? This thing?
It actually clamps down on that piece of wood so that, see what he's doing over there with that? And they're actually making legs, I guess, for, am I telling it wrong here, sir? You go ahead and explain to him what.
Yeah, this is like a miniature shaving horse. It's called a Bodger's horse. Where this origin has its origin in Germany, style this one has its origins in Great Britain. The Bodgers would buy a plot of land and take this out as a portable shaving horse and spring pole lathe, and they would cut the timber and work it on the site where they were, and they would make parts for chairs.
Chairs, yeah.
The Bodgers traditionally didn't make the whole chair, they just made the chair parts. And make them in great abundance, you know, and then take those and sell those at the end of their season to chair makers.
The chair makers would buy your legs and stuff from these guys, yeah.
That's neat.
Excellent.
He's got the people dressed alike, you know?
Oh, I see,
Like,
okay.
it must be a mom and daughter.
Yeah.
See?
See that over there. Yeah. Guy doing the portrait.
It's kind of cool. Look.
Yeah.
That's actually a cool idea.
Little girl with the big wagon wheel behind her, yeah. Like Nikki's saying, it's just a relaxing little place to stop, and it's very laid back here. Nice little stop if you're just making your way up and down the parkway.